everyone, and welcome back. As always, I'm your girl, Candy Washington, and before we dive into today's Kiki, which is my deep dive into Erika Jayne and Lisa Rinna's shady publicist, I know that technically he is, or maybe was, Erika Jayne's publicist, but I really believe that Lisa Rinna was also in on it as well. Erika Jayne may have been footing the bill, but Lisa Rinna was probably also very much instrumental in what was being spread. But before we do that, you guys know what to do. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss it when we go live. Also, be sure to share this with a friend because a Kiki is always better with community. And don't forget to check out the description box and shop the Love collection. So with that, let's dive right on in. Oof, you guys, this one might be a doozy, so get ready. All right. So this is Erika Jayne, and this is from back in June 6th. I believe this was probably 2001, maybe, or so, but this is at the book signing of her publicist. His name is Jack Keat Soyan. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. Apology if that's not right, but I'm just going to call him Jack. But just as a quick overview for people who may not know or need a refresher, the deal with Jack is this. So everyone knew that someone was leaking the alleged Kathy Hilton Aspen meltdown drama to the press. It was being leaked to Radar Online, Reality Blurb, Page 6, TMZ. It was being leaked to certain content creators, YouTubers, and bloggers, right? And so the question was, who is behind the leaks? And as we all saw in the finale episode, Kyle says, Kathy did her research. You know, you're coming at me, you're calling me a racist, you're calling me homophobic, you're saying I had a psychotic break, you know, and then now all of a sudden, all of this is being leaked to the press, whether these are lies or the truth. We've all kind of determined that the majority of it is lies, and what is not a lie is definitely exaggerated, right? And so Kathy was just like, I have the means, I have the money, and I have the time. So she went and she, you know, did an investigation, and what came up was that it was from Erika Jayne's camp who was leaking the rumors to the press. And it turned out it was Erika's publicist, Jack. We also know that for whatever reason, Bravo was either protecting Erika, protecting Lisa. They thought we were dumb. I don't know what Bravo's angle was. I don't understand it. But we all know that it was exposed that the US version of the finale was missing a crucial scene that was included in the international versions. And that scene was Erika's publicist, Jack, Mickey, who's like her creative development person, right-hand guy, and Leia, her assistant, that they were all at her hair extension launch party. They were all weighing in on the Kathy Hilton drama when Lisa Rinna and Dorit were talking about it. This was all caught on camera, and they were heavily on their phones. Now, we can't know precisely what they were doing on their phones, but we can put on our Candy King's critical thinking hats and realize it was probably, you know, leaking stuff to the press and the media and the blogs about, you know, their agenda and the narrative that they wanted to get out about Kathy Hilton, right? Okay. Oof. And so Kyle also said that one thing that came up in the investigation was that things were being leaked directly from and during the hair extension launch party. And this is what that exact scene showed. It showed her publicist at the hair extension launch party, eavesdropping, weighing in, having a very negative Kathy Hilton vibe, pro, obviously, Erika vibe, and on his phone. So everything is kind of alluding to the fact, again, everything's alleged and rumored, but when you put it all together, and also when you put in the fact that Bravo decided to cut it from the US version, it's not looking good, right? It's not looking good, not a good look. Okay. Don't forget also in the finale, Erika says, oh, but you know, he has the same, I share the same publicist as Nikki Hilton Rothschild. So why would he do that? That would not be in the interest of his other client. Again, he didn't think he was going to be exposed, which he is now being exposed. And two, he still wants the check. You know, if he thinks I can get a check from Nikki and a check from you, why not get a check from both if he's not going to be exposed for it, right? So that doesn't even make sense. And it's not like he has any personal attachment to Kathy Hilton. He lacks a moral compass. We'll get into that a little bit later, because I'm going to do a deeper dive into who this guy is and why his shady past is pretty much vindication for Kathy Hilton. This is his book. It's called Blind Item, and it's sort of like a fictional version of real life celebrity stories. So basically, him and his friend wrote a book about a bunch of their celebrity clients and changed their names. That's basically what the book is. Okay. And we all know that a blind item, we'll actually talk about a couple of blind items. A blind item is when a story or some tea or some gossip or some news about a celebrity is leaked, but they don't say the person's actual name, but they give you enough context for you to kind of figure it out who it is without having to say the actual name. Okay. So that's Jack, and he's been with Erika for a while, and we're going to get into some more. Oh, also, he is the co-founder of Full Scope PR Agency, and prior to that, he worked for EMC Bowery and other big PR firms. I don't know if you guys know. I know all of these PR firms because I live in LA. They host a ton of events, a lot of celebrity gifting. These are some pretty big heavy hitters in the PR, entertainment, celebrity world. So these are really big PR agencies. They're really big. All right, on to the next. So speaking of blind items, so this is from Bravo and Cocktails. And this is the blind item, and we can put everything together and pretty much confirm that they're talking about Jack and Erika / Lisa Rinna, because again, I think even though Erika was probably paying Jack, I think that Lisa Rinna was in on it. You see what I'm saying? Okay, now this is from Bravos and Cocktails, and their blind item says, the PR folks that are getting dragged in are not happy. We think these ladies may have to look for new representation. And then someone weighed in and said, he's been messy for years. Read his stories a few years back about arranged Hollywood relationships. Wouldn't be surprised if he had made up the Jay Christian BFF cheating rumors. I think she ditched him too. And then below that, I just did a quick Google search, and the agency, his agency, the Full Scope Agency, represents Tyga. And I'm going to tell you how all these people are kind of related, right? So Tyga, don't forget, Tyga was Kylie Jenner's boyfriend for years. And previous to that, he was dating Black China. So Black China and Tyga were together, and then Kylie started dating him. She was a teenager, super, super messy. That's a whole nother video. Go into that. But Tyga is connected to Black China and the Kardashian Jenners. Okay. Now, he also represented Kristin Cavallari. Now, according to this blind item comment, I don't know if you guys watched, but Kristin Cavallari used to be on The Hills. She started out on Laguna Beach. Then she had her own spinoff called Very Cavallari. And during that show, it was alleged that her best friend at the time was having an affair with her husband, Jay Cutler. Kristin and Jay Cutler have since divorced, but this was a huge thing, this huge, media shitstorm. Kristin was really upset about it. Jay, of course, denied it. I watched the show. I personally didn't believe it. I don't think that Jay was cheating on Kristin with her best friend. I don't think that was true. But according to this blind item comment, they're saying that it was Jack. Again, Jack is Erika's publicist. At that time, he was also Kristin Cavallari's publicist, that allegedly he was the one who made up that rumor, probably trying to get, people talking about the show, up the ratings on the show, get some drama on the show. Allegedly, Kristin Cavallari found out that it was him who planted the lie and subsequently fired him. That's the rumor. Okay. Nikki Hilton. Nikki Hilton is listed. Nick Carter, Dre London, Brian McKnight, Erika Jayne is listed, Dorothy Wang, Kim Zolciak, that's another housewife. We'll get into that. Amber Rose, Monique Sam. Oh, Amber Rose also has a Kardashian connection as well, because don't forget, Amber Rose used to date Kanye West, and we all know Kanye West then went on to marry, and then I believe they're officially divorced now. I don't know if they're still legally married and going through the divorce still. I have no idea. To Kim Kardashian. All right, then Monique Samuels, another housewife, plus Uncommon Janes, Neon Carnival, Hoobie, Skirt Hard Seltzer, Dawn, Leah Jane's Tequila, Monroe, and Unruly Agency. Okay, cool. So as we can see, Mr. Jack has ties to quite a few housewives. Dun, 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 dun. And that is leading me to the next point. So this is from Tamara Tattles. And this article was all about Jack, Erika, Lisa Rinna, the cut scene during the finale, and all of that, and it kind of exposing Jack. And it says, Erika and Rinna are so busted. I've also learned about Jack, who is Erika's publicist. He's a hanger-on who has sided up to many housewives previously, including, I think it was Gretchen. So Gretchen was a housewife from the Real Housewives of OC. And he was with Kim during her quote-unquote singing career. That is referring to Kim Zolciak, who was on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. He's been elbowing his way in with Real Housewives for years, and there's plenty of proof on him being on the set of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills when Rinna and Erika were colluding. See video below, and that video is, in case you missed it, I'll link it below. That video is revealing the cut scene from the finale, where in that cut scene, it showed Jack and Mickey and Leia, all of Erika's team, basically being at the event, being anti-Kathy, pro-Erika, all of that stuff. So I'll link that video down below. Jack is so busted, and clearly Rinna and Erika had to know he was there. They both know him. He's not a publicist. He's a shit store for hire, in my opinion. And I'm going to tell you, I think that opinion might be right. That opinion might be right. So allegedly, a couple of things. One, again, everything in this video is alleged and rumored, but just Google it. Okay. One, Jack is pissed. Allegedly, Jack is now pissed, and a lot of people in both Erika and Lisa Rinna's teams / camps are pissed. They're pissed that they're being quote unquote dragged into the mess, but what they're really pissed about is being exposed. So the people on their teams who are pissed about being exposed are Mickey, Layla, Jack, and Jack is allegedly losing clients. Who wants to be represented by someone who inserts themselves in the mess? The whole reason why you have a publicist is for them to work behind the scenes on your behalf, not to be inserted into the mess, and also not to be sloppy. Not to be sloppy with it. Like Jack got sloppy. Like that's why we have these cut scenes. That's why we have Kathy Hilton being able to do an investigation and it being pointed right to Jack. Like you're sloppy with it. You hired Jack when you should have hired Olivia Pope. She could have handled it, but you just got sloppy. So apparently he's losing a lot of his high profile clients. Also, people who want to stay in Kathy Hilton's good graces, I'm sure that they're going to drop him as a publicist. I highly doubt Nikki is still his client. You know what I mean? So I think that, and again, a lot of his clients were either connected to Bravo, the Housewives, or the Kardashian Jenners. A lot of his clients were, right? So, I mean, I'm sure they're not happy. We also know that Kris Jenner has already come out in support of Kathy Hilton. So if the majority of your clients are other Real Housewives and are connected to the Kardashian Jenners, and basically Lisa and Erika have fallen out of favor with basically everyone, it's not looking so good for you. It's not looking so good. So they're pissed. Again, I don't think that they got dragged into anything. I think they just got exposed. And again, I think the other people on Lisa's team and Erika's team, they're kind of like, you know, it's like rats on a sinking ship. They're kind of pissed. They kind of want to jump ship. They don't want to be the next person outed. They don't want to be the next person exposed. So it's not looking good. Also, Erika, how are you paying for your publicist? I thought you were a wife in ruins. Erika, how are you paying for a publicist? Because I tell you this, he's not cheap. With the list of people on his roster, I'm sure that roster is dwindling. But with the list of people on that roster, he's not cheap. So how are you paying for him, Erika? How are you paying for him? Oh, with victims' money? That's right. That's right, with victims' money. Oof, oof, oof. All right, and then this is probably the most damning of it all, and this actually comes from Jack's own mouth. His own mouth is the most damning evidence against him and is the most powerful evidence for Kathy Hilton's vindication. All right, so I found this, you guys. This is an article from Metro, and the title of it is Hollywood Publicist Exposes Fake Romances and, quote, love contracts that, quote, legally bind famous couples together for at least a year. Yep, from his own mouth. So I'm going to read it to you guys. Let's read it and then let's discuss, okay? Let's go. It says, sorry guys, that was Alexa. Okay. One Hollywood publicist has lifted the lid on so-called showmances. That is, celebrity romances that are allegedly set up all for the sweet, sweet publicity. Jack Keetsoyan dished all the piping hot tea during a recent podcast in Australia for Mamma Mia's The Quickie, in which he detailed putting together two famous couples in particular who were anything but a legit relationship. But to us, well, we probably thought they were the real deal. He admitted it was all either to generate hype around the celebrity in question, should they have a movie to promote, or distract from some unappealing publicity, such as a project flop. Okay, we're gonna have to stop there, and I'm gonna repeat this. He admitted it was all either to generate hype around the celebrity in question, should they have a movie to promote, or, and this is the most important sentence in this paragraph, distract from some unappealing publicity. Isn't that the exact, and I mean exact, rationale that Garcelle and Kyle, me and you and everybody else with half of a brain said that Erika and Lisa Rinna were doing? That they were using Kathy Hilton's alleged, exaggerated aspirin meltdown to distract from Erika Jayne's lawsuits and fraud and legal problems? Isn't that exactly what we all have been saying? And this is his own words. This is Jack's own words. He admitted that they basically make things up in order to distract from unappealing publicity. Those are Jack's own words. And isn't that exactly what we are saying Erika and Lisa Rinna are doing in regards to the Kathy Hilton stuff? Okay, you guys, let's keep going. Jack, who previously worked for Hollywood's big dogs PMK B&C talent agency, which represents the likes of Cameron Diaz and Jamila Jamil, explained relationships of this have evolved over the years, once employed to hide the fact an actor was yet to come out as gay. It's to be able to sell the hype of it, whether a concert, album, or getting people to go see the movie. It's all about the hype at the moment, he said this week. He continued, The main clue you would see is a high-profile male dating a woman who is not high-profile, and all of a sudden, overnight, they're the most talked about it girl in Hollywood. The women end up taking the deal in order to become a star, with Jack admitting one of his clients benefited so much so she's now a household name. It's more of a mutual agreement between the agents, and we had a male who actually had a movie coming out and was getting a lot of bad reviews and slack, and they wanted to take the negativity of the movie away and make it more about him, he explained. We found him a girl, a one-year deal. He finished off the press, and a little bit after that, they went their separate ways. She did not want to do a 2-year deal. As Jack explained, it worked. And not only did the press no longer give a flying flop about his lackluster movie, the woman in the situation went from being the third billed after any audition to being a leading lady. Speaking to a lawyer, the podcast asked divorce lawyer Christopher Melcher of Welcher Melch to the clauses. To the legal profession, there will most likely be stipulations as to where and when they're photographed together. Like, this was some real, wow. Okay. Ooh, let's keep going. Some non-disclosure lines are built in as to what cannot be said and what needs to be said, suggesting there could be a script if they were challenged by the public. And what happens when it comes to sex? Melcher claimed that he has seen contracts that outline whether a sexual relationship would be on the table. However, to him, if it was truly an arranged relationship, sex wouldn't come into it. People may speculate as to whether or not some famous faces chose to be together or were set up by the powers that be. Taylor Swift and Tom Hiddleston, for instance, were accused of being set up to avert attention from her breakup with Calvin Harris in 2016. Getting together and splitting up before their couple's nickname, Hiddleswift, really stuck. During a GQ interview in 2007, Tom addressed the speculation surrounding his relationship with Taylor. I have to be so psychologically strong about not letting other people's interpretations about my life affect my life, he said, without specifically naming Taylor. A relationship exists between two people. We will always know what it was. I mean, if that's not an admission, I don't know what is. The narratives that are out there altogether have been extrapolated from pictures that were taken without consent or permission with no context. Nobody had context for that story. But some stars have spoken about the whole palaver, admitting to the smoke and mirrors. Jackass Steve-O once admitted he was set up to be in a showmance with Nicole Richie back in 2016. Side note, Nicole Richie, we all know she used to be Paris Hilton's best friend. I think they've since made up, but they're not as close as they used to be. They did The Simple Life together. Also, Nicole Richie is the daughter of Lionel Richie and Brenda Harvey Richie. And Brenda Harvey Richie is Kathy Hilton's, well, one of Kathy Hilton's best friends. And this is the same Brenda Richie that has come out and publicly supported Kathy Hilton. And for those of you who may not know, Brenda Richie is Black. She is a Black woman. She has been friends with Kathy Hilton for 38 years, and she came out in defense of her best friend. She was the one who was posing with LaToya Jackson and Kathy. She was dancing to Michael Jackson's music, and she was in the Instagram story that said, with my sisters, or no, love my sisters, that Kathy Hilton had posted. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, wow. Let's see. So it goes on to talk a little bit more about set up relationships. But you guys, I mean, if this isn't vindication for Kathy Hilton, I don't know what is. So this basically, in his own words, shows that he has a precedent and an inclination for making things up and spreading lies and putting out false narratives in order to distract from unappealing publicity or storylines or narratives or information or, I don't know, lawsuits about his clients. So he has a press, and this is from his own mouth. This is from his own mouth. And there's one thing to try and do damage control for your clients, but not at the detriment of somebody else, not at the detriment of Kathy Hilton, right? So he has a precedent for being a liar. He's already put that out there. And I have a conspiracy theory, and I want you guys to weigh in. Again, this is just a theory that I have. I'm not saying this is true or anything like that. Because again, everything's alleged and rumored. But what I'm starting to think, this has made me really think about Patrick Summers, right? How Patrick Summers kind of came out, said, you know, Lisa Rinna hired him with the Kathy Hilton stuff, but then he sort of did a 180 after months and months and months and kind of like went away, right? What if, you know, he said, oh, it was all lies, I made it up. What if Patrick just knew how the game worked? What if he just knew Erika had a publicist, and this publicist was, you know, willing and able and ready to make up lies, make up stories, do whatever he needs to do to get the heat off of his own client? What if he just knew that's the game and that's how it worked? And whether he had a pre-existing relationship with Lisa Rinna or Erika, maybe some way, somehow, I don't know, he just had it out for her. What if this was just his way of trolling her, maybe getting back at her and taking advantage of a situation in order to just have a come up, like some type of clout chasing? So what I'm saying is maybe it wasn't Patrick who leaked the Kathy Hilton stuff, but maybe it was somebody else from either Erika or Lisa's Rinna camp, but Patrick just knew the game and he just took advantage of the game. Because again, Lisa Rinna never properly sued Patrick. At least we didn't see it. There were rumors, but we never saw any documentation. So it's not like she felt that she was actually 100% innocent either. That's just a random conspiracy theory. I'll have to noodle on that one a little bit more, but it just made me start thinking about what is the Patrick Summers connection to this, if any? Did he just know how they worked and just seize the opportunity for a clout moment? Or was he in on it? Or because another side of me really believes he really was in on it. He was telling the truth. And either someone in Lisa's camp or Erika's camp or NBC's camp or Bravo's camp, because Bravo and NBC hands are not clean. They're deleting scenes, they're cutting scenes, they're showing different versions of episodes. Like, that to me just really super shady. Did someone cut him a check to shut up and go away? That to me is another possibility. I don't believe, and this is just my opinion, I don't believe that Patrick Summers was just some random person who just woke up one day and was like, let me create this whole bizarre thing about my connection to Lisa Rinna and Erika and Kathy and blah, 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 blah. I think where there's smoke, there's fire. Do I think everything Patrick Summers said was the truth? No. But do I think that there was truth in what he said? Yes. I think he got a check to shut up and go away. That's what I think happened to Patrick in that situation. But you guys, I want to know what you think. Do you think that this is vindication for Kathy? You know, that first of all, when Erika said, remember in the finale when Erika said, oh, I don't know how to do that. And then Kyle says, but someone on your team does. And Jack, in his own words, admitted to creating false relationships. And again, I'm just equating, like, obviously Kathy and Erika and Lisa weren't in any type of like fake relationship. What I mean is that he has said that they're willing to lie and create fake things and create false narratives and fake storylines and contracts and put it out there in order to distract from any negative publicity that his client is going through, right? So it just depends on what the client needs are. So maybe his male celebrity client needed the fake romance, right? But then Erika just needs something salacious with a bigger name to take the heat off of her. And quiet as it's kept, Kathy is the biggest name on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Let's just call a thing a thing. So they took the opportunity. They took that. And we already know that they have been planning this for months, because it was back in April and May when all of the Patrick Summer stuff was coming out and all of the alleged Aspen stuff was coming out. The alleged N-word was coming out. The alleged homophobic slur was coming out. The alleged psychotic break and meltdown was coming out. So this has been months and months and months. Kathy even said it. She said, I've been going through this for 10 months. Because if you think about it, they filmed that back over the holidays of last year. So it's a lot. 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 It's a lot, you guys. But I want to know what you guys think. Do you think that this is vindication for Kathy? Are you surprised for Jack's shady background? And are you shocked that he admitted that he basically lies and creates stories and does false press and fake contracts for his clients? Do you think Erika was in on it? Do you think that Erika, told him what to do and he just, created whatever PR scheme he wanted to create? Or do you think he did this behind Erika's back? He just took it upon himself to spread these rumors and lies about Kathy, and Erika had nothing to do with it? Do you think Lisa Rinna was in on it? It's Erika's publicist, but we all know Erika and Lisa Rinna are in cahoots and they collude about any and everything. They're thick as thieves because, again, Erika pays people to be loyal to her. And we can't forget that Erika allegedly, but again, just Google it, gave Lisa Rinna $5 million for Rinna Beauty, which we all know is probably money that was being laundered. Maybe it was hush money. Maybe it was rainy money for a rainy day money. Like, hey, if I get in dire straits, just hide this money for me type money. You see what I'm saying? Which is why Lisa Rinna is so diehard Erika, because Erika gave her the money to do it. You see what I'm saying? So let me know what you guys think. I've said what I think. I think that Lisa Rinna and Erika Girardi both were in on it. I think Dorit knew, but Dorit was too much of a coward to participate. And I mean coward. I don't think she didn't participate because she cares about Kyle. I don't think she didn't participate because she cares about Kathy. I think she didn't participate as much just because she's a coward and she just wants to save her own skin. So that's what I kind of think about that. So I think Dorit knew, but Lisa Rinna and Erika were the ones who planned it and executed it. I think they went to Jack. I think Jack then executed the whole smear campaign and the whole plan. I think Mickey knew. I think, again, Mickey is Erika's right-hand guy. Layla is Erika's assistant. I think they all knew. And I think that they were all in on it. And I think the only reason why people on their teams are pissed is because they're being exposed. That's why they're pissed, because we figured it out. Because Bravo wasn't sneaky enough. They only cut it. They didn't cut it from the international versions. I don't know. Did Bravo forget that the internet works almost everywhere? Like, I'm really confused. Like, did Bravo forget that the internet is international? Anyway, Bravo, get your life together. Get it together. But I want to know what you guys think. Put it in the comment box down below. Again, I think this is even further vindication for Kathy, because this just shows the precedent for how low some people are willing to go. But put it down in the chat box below what you guys think. But before you do that, you know what to do. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel, and share this with a friend, because a key is always better with community. And don't forget to check out the description box below and shop the Love Collection. With that, you guys, I love you. Bye.
Welcome to Sugar Pills, a practical guide to self-care, where your host, writer, actor, and producer Candy Washington helps you live a more joyful life with a cheeky dash of pop culture news. Be sure to subscribe, leave a 5-star review, and join the conversation on Instagram @Candy Washington. Let's go.